60 smartest tiny houses you can move in tomorrow. Big mansions look nice, yet smart tiny houses steal the show. Today we tour moving homes that float, spin, pedal, and even fly. This collection brings together 60 of the smartest tiny houses on Earth, and one of them hides a trick you will not expect. Tiny houses did not rise from fashion or novelty. They grew out of pressure. Rent climbed faster than paychecks. Mortgages stretched across decades. Remote work untied people from offices and fixed addresses. Many began to ask a quiet question. How much space does a person truly need to live well? A smaller home does not mean a smaller life. These houses trade size for freedom. Wheels replace foundations. Solar panels replace utility bills. One driveway can become a vineyard today and a lakeshore tomorrow. Fewer rooms bring fewer repairs. Lower costs bring more choices. Travel turns simple when your front door travels with you. Comfort still matters. Warm beds, working kitchens, hot showers, and quiet corners to rest. Tiny homes keep all of that and cut the waste. Builders fit storage into stairs, beds into walls, and tables into cabinets. Every inch earns its place. Nothing sits idle. Nothing goes unused. That is where the story turns strange. These are not wooden boxes parked in fields. Some houses are pedaled across countries. Some balance on cliffs. Some float on water. A few once carried passengers through the sky. Stay with me, because the first home on our list moves in a way that no house ever should. Some houses do not want to be seen at all. In forests across Estonia, Japan, and Sweden, mirrored glass cabins sit among trees and vanish into their surroundings. From a few steps away, walls reflect leaves, sky, and branches so cleanly that the building seems to fade out of the picture. Birds stay safe because the glass carries a bird-safe coating that only they can see. Inside, warm floors and soft wood wait behind walls that look like air. Guests often lose their own reflection and smile when they realize the house has been hiding there the whole time. Another version of this trick appears in the famous Mirror Cube and the Bird's Nest Hotel. One looks like a silver box floating between trunks. The other wraps branches around a small room until it looks like a real nest tucked into the canopy. Both places trade curtains for forest views and replace walls with leaves and sky. Travelers come here to sleep where nature still leads the show. A path through the trees feels longer when the house disappears at the end of it. Blending in already feels like magic, yet some builders decide to lean into fantasy instead. In the Scottish Highlands, a green hut waits beside a swamp with a sign that looks oddly familiar. Shrek's house sits exactly where fairy tales say it should. A wooden door opens to a round room with a fireplace, a rough table, and an outhouse just outside. Guests joke about onion smells and swamp monsters, yet the place feels warm and oddly peaceful. Childhood stories turn into a real address for the night. Across the world in China, tiny homes look like toys set gently on the ground. Pastel walls, little fences, and pocket gardens line up like a village drawn by a child. Windows glow softly at night, and staircases lead to bedrooms that feel straight out of a storybook. Living here feels like stepping into an animated film where every corner holds color and charm. Another dream comes from outer space. A round silver house inspired by the old show Lost in Space waits in the woods with control panels, glowing buttons, and a moon-shaped lounge. Movie posters line the walls. A hatch opens instead of a door. Adults laugh when they walk inside, then grow quiet when they realize someone truly built the ship they once imagined as kids. Playful homes delight the eye, yet some tiny houses exist for a reason far more serious. In Canada, small shelters on wheels line quiet streets where people once slept outdoors. Each unit holds a bed, heat, lights, and a lock on the door. Builders kept the price low and the design simple so cities could place them quickly. Privacy returns. Safety returns. A small room gives someone the first calm night they have had in months. Elsewhere, thick fabric shelters rise in empty fields after storms or near conflict zones. Concrete canvas shelters arrive folded on trucks and turn solid when water hits them. Walls harden within hours. Winds that flatten tents cannot move them. Explosions that shatter glass barely mark the surface. Soldiers and rescue teams use them as homes, clinics, and command posts when nothing else stands. From protection to pleasure, tiny homes seem ready for every kind of life. In Spain, a narrow studio hides beneath a bridge where cars pass above and water moves below. Metal rails run along the concrete ceiling, letting the room slide out when the owner returns and disappear again when he leaves. A desk, a bed, and shelves fit inside 7 square meters. Noise fades. The city never notices someone living quietly under its feet. Portugal offers another surprise where 4 massive boulders hold a house between them like a stone puzzle. Thick rock walls form part of the living room. A modern kitchen and soft lights fill the spaces the stones leave behind. From the outside, the place looks ancient. Inside, it feels calm and new. High in the Polish mountains, one house rests on only 3 points of contact. Windows wrap the walls. A moving bridge forms the entrance. From a distance, the structure seems ready to slide down the slope at any moment. The owner sleeps safely while the valley stretches far below. India takes the idea in the opposite direction. A full mansion on a skyscraper rises with gardens, pools, and even a helipad. Tiny homes chase freedom on wheels. This home climbs straight into the clouds. Both choices prove the same lesson. Space bends to imagination. Nature answers with its own quiet designs. In Japan, workers stack thick foam panels and raise a full house in 6 hours. Walls resist earthquakes. Heat stays inside. The cost stays low. Builders promise a lifespan of 300 years. Families move in before the paint even dries. In deserts and villages, bags filled with earth rise into round domes. Barbed wire holds each layer tight. These homes stay cool in the heat and warm in the cold. Storms pass over them without complaint. Hands shape the walls with soil from the ground beneath their feet. On an island in Iran, bright domes glow red, blue, and yellow under the sun. Thick earth walls keep rooms cool. Families gather in open courtyards between homes that look playful from above. Color turns survival into celebration. Hemp and lime mix into soft gray shells that harden into strong houses without frames or beams. Builders shape them by hand and watch them set into gentle curves. A home grows from simple plants and sand. Natural walls feel comforting, yet some tiny houses aim to become art. In Texas, steel plates rise and twist into a towering sculpture someone once called home. For 30 years, a man cut, welded, and reshaped metal without a plan. Rooms appear inside curves and angles. Light slips through narrow windows. The house stands unfinished, yet people travel far to see it. A work of patience becomes a place to sleep. In Milan, 2 tall towers carry forests on their balconies. Hundreds of trees sway beside windows. Birds land outside the kitchen doors. Leaves cool the air and clean it at the same time. City life grows quieter when branches replace concrete. Amsterdam hides another surprise in its canals. Old bridge towers, once used to guide boats, now serve as apartments. Round walls frame water views. History hums inside rooms filled with modern furniture. Residents fall asleep where guards once watched traffic pass. A few final homes remain before the journey ends. One cabin waits, shaped like a giant wine barrel. Inside, firelight flickers against curved wood. Double showers steam after long walks. Glasses of local wine rest beside a soft bed. A simple shape turns into quiet luxury. Another house rises from millions of bright bricks. A Lego bathroom, a Lego bed, even a Lego phone sit inside walls built block by block. Children laugh, adults smile. Play becomes shelter. Far north, ice villages glow under colored lights. Thick walls hold warm rooms with carved beds and glass sculptures. Guests sleep wrapped in fur while snow covers the roof above them. Near tornado country, plain storm shelters wait beneath lawns. Doors seal tight. Winds roar past without harm. Families step out later and thank the small rooms that kept them alive. At festivals and camps, folded shelters open in 10 minutes and turn into clean rooms with beds and lights. Music fades outside while guests rest inside fresh walls. One last cabin copies the shape of the Apollo capsule. Round walls hold a bed, a kitchen, and a tiny shower. A window frames stars. A night here feels close to space without leaving Earth. After seeing all of this, one truth stands clear. Size never decides comfort, thought decides comfort. These homes trade extra rooms for better lives. Freedom grows from fewer walls. Travel becomes easy. Nature comes closer. Ideas turn into doors and windows. Closing statement, picture the life that fits you best. A traveler rolling across fields, a quiet watcher hidden among trees, a dreamer inside a silver ship. Tomorrow's homes will grow smarter, lighter, and far more playful than any mansion ever built. So, which tiny house would you move into tomorrow? Share your pick in the comments, tap like if one of these surprised you, and subscribe for more amazing builds. See you in the next video.